Not even glancing at the store windows to her left and right, Sachi shuffles silently forward, completely lost in her own little world. We came straight to the shopping area around the station as planned, but Sachi's mood appears to have taken a dramatic turn of some sort in the course of the last 15 minutes. As a little experiment, I try shopping quietly in my tracks, completely oblivious. Sachi continues to walk briskly down the sidewalk. Hey, Sachi.
すみません。私今ぼーっとしていました。
Damn, this date is bad. Don't see that every day? Something on your mind?
そのゆうくんと春寺さんのことを考えていました。
Me and JB?
はい。
Not to repeat myself, but if there's something on your mind, you can go ahead and say it.
それが私も何をゆうくんに聞きたいのかがよくわかりません。
The hell? Sachi's explanation is so amazingly unhelpful that I reflexively respond a little curtly. Sorry, can you try to go into a little bit more detail?
学園を出たあたりから仲良くしているゆうくんと春寺さんの映像が私の頭の中に浮かんできたのですが、
Why would anyone enjoy her company?
そのことを考えていると、マキちゃんにサッチンはインランメイドなのよさと言われた時のような気持ちになって。
I see. Based on what I can infer from that explanation, it's simple jealousy. And although that feeling is obviously the result of JB's malicious little pranks, Sachi probably isn't capable of recognizing either the cause or effect for what they are. Alright, I've got some advice for you on this one, Sachi.
どんなことでしょうか。
File those feelings away and make sure you don't forget them. But for the moment, try not to let them bother you too much.
ゆうくんはとても難しいことを言うんですね。
Yeah. It's pretty simple actually. Just empty your head for now.
もしそうだとしたら、どうして今は忘れた方がいいんでしょう。
Because you'll be able to enjoy the date that way.
なるほど。単純明快な上になぜかものすごい説得力です。
Feeling any better?
はい。ゆうくんのおかげで喉に刺さっていた担当が取れた思いです。
That a fact? The girl can lay the hyperboles on a little thick at time, but it sounds like this really was a load on her mind. In any case, it's encouraging to see Sachi starting to puzzle over things she doesn't understand.
では最初にゆうくんが欲しいものを見て回りましょう。
Something I want.
はい。私の方は特に購入を考えているものはありませんから。
Alright, let's go to the pharmacy. We'll get some condoms. The only thing that really comes to mind on the spur at the moment is books. But even there, I'm doing alright with Sakaki's leftovers for the time being. Everything necessary for my job at Ichigaya is provision to me from the company's stock of government-supplied goods. I can't think of anything I urgently need to get my hands on at the moment. Well, if I really stretch things a bit, there's a new scope they're making overseas I've been wanting to try out, I guess.
それは困りました。海外への渡航にはパスポートが必要になるので、申請に時間がかかってしまいます。
In other words, if the prep time wasn't an issue, this girl wouldn't hesitate to launch an international expedition as part of a casual shopping trip. As I try to come up with something else I'm interested in buying, I casually glance over at Sachi, walking quietly at my side in full maid uniform. No matter how accustomed she is to that thing, it's downright mind-boggling that she can wear a heavy, multi-layered outfit in this heat without shedding even a drop of sweat.
ゆうくん、もしかして今、俺が欲しいのは小峰幸の体だ。うえへへ。と、
Oh no.
目で合図を送りましたか？
My inner thoughts about the condom. Oh no. No, you did not.
そうですか。
That is so. That said, she's not entirely off base, since my idea does concern her body. Alright, how about I buy you some clothes to complement that body of yours?
私の服ですか？
Yes, finally something different. Yeah, I had this thought earlier, but wearing a long sleeve maid uniform in the dog days of summer isn't really in the spirit of things.
それなら夏場用のトロピカルが。
Oh my god. Right, sure, I'm willing to bet it's still got long sleeves.
はい。長い野戦の間、マラリア原虫を媒介しようとする蚊から身を守るために必要不可欠な機能になりますので。
Didn't understand that last part, but whatever. They do say a good 2/3 of the troops battling over New Guinea ended up afflicted with malaria, but at present, I'm fairly sure I don't know what that is, minimus mosquitoes capable of spreading the disease can't be found anywhere in Japan other than a small region of Okinawa.
他にも亜熱帯地方では
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. For now, let's just take a look at that store over there. Come on.
はいこんなに買ってもらっていいのでしょうか
Heck yeah, dude, we're rich. We work over at Ichigaya. As we leave the store, Sachi poses an anxious question, glancing down at the shopping bags dangling from both her hands. All well and good that I decided to buy her clothes, but even my avaricious reading habits never extended to female-oriented fashion magazines. I was largely clueless on this one. For lack of a better plan, I ended up indiscriminately buying everything recommended by a saleswoman who spoke something just barely qualifying as Japanese. According to JB, women can never have too many clothes.
それはみちる様もよくおっしゃっていますが私は全くお金を払っていないのでこれをいただくのはとても悪い気がします
No need to worry about that. Fortunately, I've got a part-time job, so buying a few presents for my girlfriend isn't anything out of the ordinary.
それはそうなのですが
Personally speaking, I consider buying you clothes money well spent. If you're saying you don't want them, feel free to use them as rags when you're cleaning. I won't hold it against you.
それは絶対にありません雑巾にするくらいなら腹巻きにしてでも身につけます
Then I guess there's no problem. In that case, why don't you wear those clothes every once in a while? To the degree that it doesn't interfere with the pre-existing request about your maid uniform.
それもなかなか難しい注文です
Maybe to bed? No, it's pretty simple. Why don't you just wear them when you feel like wearing them?
私が着たいと思った時に着ればいい
Repeating my words like a parrot, Sachi closes her eyes in thought. In relation to my final objective, giving her these presents is something of a test, but it's also generally true that I want to see Sachi in normal clothes for once. Alright, next I guess we could just wander around for a while. I take a step forward, but Sachi doesn't budge.
ゆうくん
Hmm?
ありがとうゆうくん
Why are we getting this flashback? When Sachi speaks those plain words, a memory flashes before my eyes. Thank you. Apart from my family, Sachi was the one and only person in my claustrophobic little world who said those words to me on a regular basis. For Sachi, it might well have been nothing but a simple expression of gratitude for the praise I lavished on her. But for me, every thank you offered me heartwarming relief from the feelings of inferiority and worthlessness that otherwise defined that period of my life. Maybe it was just a childish misconception on my part, a groundless self-centered delusion, but it felt as though she was telling me, you're alright as you are. It's alright for you to be here. Yeah. Damn. Waifu material. And watching Sachi answer my curt grunt of acknowledgement with a happy smile, I realized that whatever else has changed over the years, that feeling's still the same. That warmth still rises to the surface. Even that alone, I think Sachi's a special presence in my life. Alright, Sachi, let's get going.
Hi.
Well, that was nice. Glad we managed to find something that caught your interest as well.
はいみちる様にぴったりなサメさんのリボンも見つかって大満足です
We wandered aimlessly through a few other stores until we stumbled across the item in question. Her prize in hand, Sachi smiles triumphantly up at me as we leave the shop. So what, is that thing made from shark skin?
いえ素材の方ではなくこうして輪を作った時にサメさんが大口を開けているように見えるデザインらしいのですがハート型に似た歯の形状からモチーフになっているサメさんがホウジロザメではなくイタチザメであることが判別できるあたり匠のこだわりを感じさせます
And she is really into sharks. That's so. If Michiru's really looking to complement that sparkly pouch of hers with this sort of realistic nature design, she's got a fairly inconsistent fashion sense. Well, now we've both bought something. I guess it's about time we headed back to the dorm.
そうですね
But when I changed the subject, Sachi's response is somewhat distracted. She's turned her head slightly to one side, I follow her gaze to a bus stop bench where a man's lying down with his head on his girlfriend's lap.
なあ、これってやっぱ恥ずかしくねえか?
Wait, the man is lying down on the girlfriend's lap? Some ReZero shit right there.
そこがいいじゃん。
There's a good bit of distance between us, so I can't hear their conversation that well. But the atmosphere over there seems pretty nice. From all appearances, they're a couple in the height of the honeymoon phase. When I look back, Sachi's still boring holes into the pair with her eyes. After JB's suggestive pestering this morning, she might well have developed some curiosity about this sort of physically romantic action. Something on your mind?
いえ、少しバス停の方を眺めていただけですから。
If you say so. Judging from that oddly vague answer, it seems she doesn't want me to know that she was looking at the couple in particular. Okay, let's head back.
はい、そうしましょう。
And that ends the date. That was a little fun. I mean, it's just a first date, guys. Like, don't expect something too serious. And now it's awkward as hell. I just got a Snapchat from my good friend Sergio. Does he want me to end the recording session? Oh, I wonder. Oh. No, he's just making fun of me. Alright, let's continue then. By the time we reach the campus, Sachi's got her head completely in the clouds again. This would be the second time in the last few hours, considering she's normally alert enough to come running when someone calls her name. This is definitely an unusual state of affairs.